So, should be live here in just a second. Need to turn my echo off. Do I just want to tag everyone? Or just here? What do you guys think? That works. Yeah, because pretty much everybody that matters is going to be in there. Okie dokie. So I have, yep, I got all the names. Keep a notepad open for myself just in case. What else can I do? I don't think I have anything set up for background music. I don't even honestly remember how to do that. I don't really use OBS all that much. Whatever, we'll just do it quiet. It's fine. What? Electric. Okay, well. Electric and Redman are in. And then that would be 32, I believe. Something along those lines. So we're doing everything today. We're doing draft order, or we're doing we're doing conferences first, then draft order, then breaking each conference down into divisions. Yes, unfortunately. Can everyone hear everybody okay? I think I can hear everybody reasonably well in chat in the call. I just want to make sure everybody on Twitch can hear everybody. It's me. It's I would say it's me, Jordan, Bhanny, and Seph right now. Okay, they can only really hear me. What do I've oh I'm gonna turn streamer mode off. Maybe that helps. I am very much tech illiterate. Yeah, I turned off streamer mode. Well, I mean, I'm not sure what else to do. Yep, it's over. I have my audio mixer. I have my. Let me see. Yeah, because it's a Discord call. It's not. I don't have like you guys aren't in my OBS at all. Okay, so add. Is it audio input capture? Is that what I want? Audio input capture. I'm just gonna name that Discord. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah. So audio outputs, default speakers. Try that maybe.
Yeah.
Add
Maybe.
desktop audio. All right, try talking now. Can
How's
everybody
that?
hear? We're working through tech issues.
Testing,
Hello.
testing, testing.
It says he can hear me now, so there we go.
Okay, you guys exist. I'm
Yay.
not just talking to the
We
voices
did
in
it.
my head.
We're alive.
Not denying they're not there, though.
I feel heard.
Woohoo! Okay, so just to recap for everybody in chat and just to go through, we're going to be doing this first set of wheel spins is going to be breaking 32 into 16. The only caveat is that Electric and Breadman have to be in the same pod, so that we can, if Breadman is out, Electric is also out, and we can cut them both out at the same time. After that, once we have two sets of 16 or 16 and 14, then we're going to do draft order for that. So that'll be another set of 2 wheel spins. And then once that is all complete, then we will break those down into halves, and we'll get basically 2 more wheel spins, breaking 2 conferences into 4 divisions each, or into 2 divisions each, for 4 total divisions. So I think we're pretty much good to go, unless somebody has any input or anything. Are we all ready to spin?
I think we're ready.
Win.
Seph, are you ready to? You're gonna log everything for me?
Yep, I've got Notepad open. We're ready to go.
Okay. All right, then.
In the wheel.
Let's count it down. 5, 4.
So wait.
Oh.
We going into Scarlet first or Violet first? What do you want to do here?
Let's do Scarlet first.
Okay.
So
Let's do it.
this is just going to be all the first 16 picks are going into Scarlet, the next 16 picks are going into Violet. So I'm not going to alternate. We'll just do 16 in a row, because that way it doesn't necessarily, you narrow down what conference you're in, but not necessarily anything else. So
we do 16 spins, and then the next 16 just goes into the other one.
Yep, we'll do 16 Scarlet spins and 16 Violet spins in order. All right.
Good.
So, all right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Da 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 da. And oh. First pick, the document master himself, Kigachu. There we go. Okay, so we're going to remove that. Round number 2. Here we go. Oh. Okay, we're keeping all the Aussies together. That works.
Double
that works.
Yeah, that's good for draft.
That's good for that's good for time zones. That's really good for time zones.
Tetris.
Okay, how many more Aussies do we have? What are the odds that we can hit another one? Do we have any
We
other?
need to hit Flare Blitz.
Yeah, we have
Flare
Flare
Blitz is
Blitz.
the only one I
Flare
think.
Blitz, yeah.
Flare Blitz. Yep, no Rogue this time. Okay. All right,
Yep.
Can we get a Flare Blitz? Let's see what we got. No. But it's going to be
the doctor.
the man of many titles. Mr. Dr. Professor Penguin. All right. Pick number 4. And it's going to be... This one's a twofer. So that's going to be Breadman and Electric exiting the pool together. So I'm going to remove Electric. So Breadman and Electric are both drafted into the same conference, and if they both have to leave, or if Breadman's out, Electric is also out. If Breadman is in, Electric is in. Thanks for volunteering,
So
Electric.
Scarlet,
we appreciate you.
Scarlet would be the 14-player conference
Yes.
if Breadman is out.
Yep. Okay, so let's keep it rolling. So we've got...
Because we love you, Electric. You're not allowed to leave.
Yeah, one of us. Skellabungus. On the board. Alrighty, here we go again. Who's it gonna be? Oh, the People's Champ.
Be Hanny.
Ready to run it back.
Defend the title.
Alright, let's see who else we've got. What's it gonna be? Oh, there goes Flare Blitz. Never mind. So we get Trickster. Best junior dad ever. His kid got second at... What was it? Was it Baltimore? That Splatty, Top Cut, and Trickster's kid got second? That was pretty cool.
I think so.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Landon Worlds 2025.
I know, right? Oh, we got our honorary Canadian. Or our actual Canadian, I guess. Is Mike the only Canadian in here?
Uh,
Might
Maybe.
I
be.
don't know.
All right, next up on the board.
ZXC's Canadian, but he's not in this season, so.
Oh yeah,
Jude.
the nicest Spanish VGC player ever, Jude. All right, we are basically halfway done. A little over halfway
Yep.
done. Now, this is a newer player. Now, who? This person came in, was one of our late recruits. I don't remember.
I think this is, if I remember correctly, Skelebungus is friend of Drops, and this is Skelebungus' roommate, I think.
That sounds about right. If we're getting it wrong, I apologize, Dr. Dixon. We're very happy to have you regardless. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you. So, good luck in this draft pod. All right, next up. It's going to be another newbie.
His brother.
This one's
Oh.
this is Confused Brother.
I
Yep.
believe so, yep.
He's got the best draft coach ever. All
We,
right.
as far as I know, the only amount of VGC he's ever played was one regional that
When
me
about
Drops Confused all dragged him to because it was in Portland. He had a house there.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
he lives there. So we all just showed up and we're like, "Hey, we're going to Portland.
come hang out.
and you're coming with us."
I like it. Take the illusion of choice away from people. So next into the pod we have Seph,
Yeah.
former champion. You excited for this one?
Yeah, I'm ready. It's going to be fun.
Hell yeah. Okay, we have 13, so 3 more spins for the Scarlet Division.
It's the loyal 3.
Yep. Almost! Ugh.
Oh,
Gabe,
would've been
Gabe
too
is
funny.
a couple season lurker. First time in this league, I believe. So, excited to see what happens with him. 2 more spins. Who is it gonna be? Yet another champion. Confused. We get
this is
confused.
the last 3 champs in
Yep.
here.
Confused and his bro in the same pod. That's cool. Alright, and this is the last spin for Scarlet. Because we have +1 to the results because I manually had to remove Electric. And it's going to be Scubar. Silver. Was Scubar a silver champ?
No, Scubar was like number
Top-
1 seed
top
gold
4?
that year, I think.
I thought Scubar was in silver the season he played. Maybe not. Either way, he's a pretty good player.
Scubar had a 7-1 regular season, I think, that season.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, so I realize it's not so dramatic now that we know where everybody's going, but
All right, yeah, I'm going to type it in from the list here.
I can just copy paste and send it back to you.
Yeah, do that. That'd be way easier and take less time.
Yep. Well, we're gonna spin the wheel anyway because the people want the wheel. In retrospect, it probably should have been one of one of the other, but whatever.
The people love the wheel.
Exactly. And we're wheeling for Viet Jesus. Get well soon, buddy.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Next up on the board, the Pasta Man himself. Like me, very, very commonly top 4 all the time. Top 4, top 8. Alright, next up, we have... Oh, it's a me, everybody. Happy to be back. Good times, good times. We're just taking everybody out of call right now. Because there is Jordan. got next? The Indiana man himself, Kid. One of many, many VGC dads.
Whatever kid gets is going to be the hardest. It's tradition at this point.
Inevitably. He's going to end up with a
Maybe-
nightmare pod somehow.
It's gonna be like Kid, KD, Carney, me.
I like how you add
Splatty.
yourself in the hell pod. I'm just kidding. Speak of the devil, Splatty Daddy. Happy to have Splatty back. Life is always better when Splatty's involved. And the other Aussie, wrong pod. That's okay. Super excited to see what Flare Blitz does. Usually I think he just plays hyper offense, but I like hyper offense.
Dang.
And number one most predictable team ever, Mousehold going first overall to KD. Wow, what a surprise. He's still going to finish top 4 somehow. Love you, KD. Get another, I believe, Boston area local, Lofus. It's always been an FDL. Never taken a break, never going to get to take a break.
You're here forever.
One of us. Speaking of, one of us. Another loyal 3. Drops himself. What do we got? Another returning face. Another somebody who life is just always better when he's involved. Wheeze!
Oh, we love Whis.
Almost to the end. Now, this person is... I don't know who this person is. Another late recruit. Another friend of Confused, maybe?
I think it's a Skelebungus friend, if I remember correctly.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you.
believe so.
Well, welcome to the squad, Buzz
There was
Lightweight.
Yeah, there's like a group of 3 that came in together, I think.
Hell yeah. Well, good luck, have fun this season, and it will be nice to meet you, buddy. All right,
The Loyal
final...
3 Part 2.
Yes. Final 4. We get Coach Perry, parenthetical VGC. From lurker to gamer. Alright, almost to the end. And it's going to be Mr. Amazing. Somebody that I've known for pretty much since day 1 of my VGC/Draft League days. I'm excited to have him over here. I think he's somebody who very much enjoys drafts, so it's gonna be exciting. So, second to last pick is going to be Liliana. Happy to have her back.
Another return.
Yep,
Yep.
another returning face. And last but not least, Season 2 for Young Elmer's Glue. Alrighty. Okay, so that is going to be... We now have our conferences set. So if Seph can send me... I guess I have one list. If Seph can send me the other Scarlet list, I will plug that in and we'll do that one first. This will be to determine draft order. If he gets a chance.
All right, just send it.
There we go.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Okay, so then we're going to plug this in. Okay, so this is going to be determining draft order for the Scarlet Division. So, just going to be top to bottom, pick 1 through pick 16. Once again, we're waiting on Breadman to decide. If Breadman is out, then Electric is out, and we'll just cut those 2 from the lineup wherever they are. So, first overall pick is going to be the People's Champ, Bhanny. How you feeling about that?
I hate that.
Aw, boo. Spoil sport.
Hate it.
Spoil sport.
Okay, I'll manage.
You're going to be fine.
I'll pick once and then wait 3 days.
Yeah, probably. Just slow draft things.
Yes.
That's okay. We start Sunday.
It actually could help. It actually could help with what I want. So
Yeah, exactly. See? Plenty of time to plan. Pick number
Yeah.
2 is going to be Mr. Dr. Professor Penguin. All right, going for third pick. It's going to be Breadman. Okay, so again, if Breadman's in, Breadman has the third pick. If Breadman's out, then Breadman is out.
You just shift up
Yep.
if Breadman drops.
Exactly. Easy peasy. Unfortunately, Electric doesn't get shoehorned in here. She just got shoehorned into the draft in general. So, unfortunate.
Right.
But she might get the next pick anyway. Who knows?
We'll see.
Speak of the devil.
I don't think about it, Carney. I don't think I've ever been first pick for any draft that we've been a part of.
Well, there's a first time for everything. So,
Oh, yeah.
funny enough, everybody below these two, Breadman and Electric, stand to move up 2 spots for free if Breadman just happens to be out. Funny enough. So next up is going to be Mike Black and White. Somebody who also kind of subscribes to the Splatty Daddy school of I like to bulk stuff out. I respect it.
He is a Snorlax enjoyer.
Yes, very much so. Alright, next up is going to be Migoopy. This one was Confused Brother, right?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm starting to remember stuff. Alright. We're about halfway through the pod. And it's going to be one of the Aussies on the board. Tetris stuck pretty much right in the middle. Welcome back, buddy.
Let's get the back-to-back Aussies again.
Yeah, let's see what we got. Can we get a Pikachu? Maybe?
Save the draft.
Fuck.
Oh, 8th pick
gonna-
has to go to Confused.
Confused, stuck in the middle again. Champion's Curse.
Oh.
Tragic.
It's
Okay, alright, moving back to Scubar.
it's really every season.
Hey, Confused is single-handedly propping up that win rate.
Yeah, exactly.
really
He makes
is.
he makes the middle. That's the thing is like so many good players just get stuck in the middle and they're like, yeah, I can make it work. It's fine. See, Seph's like 10th pick and he's just like, whatever. I'm still gonna top
Yeah.
4 anyway. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
All right.
You know, you
There's,
take
there's
what you
about
get.
there's about 7 or 8 people that Carney's saying they're going to top 4.
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing. It's like that. What is it? Always Sunny. I'm playing both sides, so I always come out on top.
Oh yeah.
So here we go, Skelebungus. Many thanks to Skelebungus for the late recruitment push. Very, very awesome. Oh, right on Pikachu showing up right on Aussie time. That's like a 12th pick, 12th, 13th pick. That's not bad. Again, could get 2 better if a couple people are out. So this is going to be Dodge Dixon. All right. So we might be looking at now we're getting into some really good picks actually because the back end of the draft is pretty solid.
Yeah,
So-
so you get to start picking your pairs.
Yep.
Your opening pairs.
Is Jude going to be super cringe and go Dondozo again? We'll see.
I'm afraid of a Jude double pick. I'm not gonna lie.
He does do a lot of very creative stuff. So that was Gabe Mott in 14th. 15th is going to be Jude. Jude does not get the wheel. Well, everybody gets the wheel, but Jude does not get the wheel pick. That is going to go to Trickster and Trickster alone. Okay. So, draft order for the Scarlet Conference is now set. So now I'm going to grab all the other names, plug those in, and Seph, if you are ready, then we are good to go, right?
Send it. Yep. Send
All right. Pick number 1 for the Violet Conference is going to be...
Me.
Oh, it might be... Oh. Okay. All right, I rigged it. I concede that. Do you guys want me?
Rigged.
Do you guys want me to re-roll?
Rigged.
I wasn't re-rolling anyway. Executive privilege. I will
The
take the
Carney
first
B.
pick.
Haney work together first pick.
That is actually kind of funny.
Connie, what are we doing? What are we doing?
He tortures me so much. We're gonna synchronize our. We're gonna sync.
And now we're gonna draft the same exact team.
Yeah, we're gonna synchronize our drafts. All right, so we get
Okay.
parenthetical. Second up. Second pick is cool. It's like first pick, except you don't get all the options, so you can get sniped. So third pick going to Young Elmer's Glue. Started off super, super hot last season, and then everything, the kitchen kind of heated up for his golden go. Things kind of got a little rough once he realized everything in the format gets heat wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Next up, we're going to get Viet Jesus. That is fourth pick overall, I believe. Not bad, not bad.
Now we're getting to the point where I don't want to see my name until the very.
Yeah. Oh, you,
Just like, okay, now-
you just killed your loyal trio friend. You just jinxed him. Sad drops. That's okay. He'll make the best of it.
This pick is like
He's going to be fine.
fine.
All right, next up we have Liliana. All right. Let's see what we've got. So now we're getting into the middle, so everything... Well, here's another stacks position. Gets stuck right in the middle. Happens. He'll make the best of it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Yep. Alright, Mr. Amazing. With, I believe that's pick 7 or 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8th pick. Right in the middle.
Yep.
This draft does not stand to have any changes to the order because the other people are in the other pod.
You get what you get.
Yep. So that's going to be Wheeze right up there. Uh-oh. Jordan, no!
Rip Jordan.
Tragic.
Ooh.
It's like being in the middle, except worse because you're not actually in the middle.
Yeah.
Splatty, 11th pick. Hisuian Gudra going 11th overall. Love it. Or Grimsnarl. Get some Grimacity up in there.
It's Grimsnarl.
Yeah. Hey, I got Grimsnarl. Grimsnarl's pretty good. Alright, so we get Lofus at 12. Alright, four more. Oh, are we going to get KD the wheel pick? Actually, the wheel pick doesn't matter for KD because Mousehold and Annihilate are going to be gone by then. What's he going to do? What are you going to do, KD? So we have Kid at 13.
The first season KD was here, he went with Indeedee Armorish.
Ooh.
He's just a degenerate. Yeah, but this time they can't Terra. So,
True, yeah.
Not nearly as bad. KD with the 14th pick. Yeah, you will find out, KD, because one of those is something's going away. Flare Blitz almost at the end, which means the wheel pick belongs to Buzz Lightweight.
And now we get the divisions.
Yep, and now we get divisions. So, we're going to go back to Scarlet. And Scarlet is this one. So, the same rules are going to apply that Breadman and Electric are going in the... Well, no, because we could split them. We should split them, because that way if we remove...
they should be split,
Yeah. Okay, so opposite rules are in effect this time. Whichever one we roll first, we put the other one in the other pod automatically. Because that way if we have to remove them, then we can just remove them both, and we just have to edit the schedule a little bit. So it'll be fine. Okay, so this will be 2 divisions, either 8 or 7. We'll just alternate. That way it keeps it a little bit more interesting. And yeah, we are ready to go then. So, for Division 1 of the Scarlet, it's going to be Bhanny again. Wow, I'm just rigging this. And he ran, and Bhanny ran away, so he can't even grill him in chat now. He got away from us.
Bhanny into Hearthflame.
Bhanny in the Hearthflame. So we'll do, this one will be Scarlet's Hearthflame and Wellspring, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so then to Wellspring, we will get, coming right up, going to be Seph. So we're already
Yes, buddy.
not so bad, not so bad. All right.
Was kind of looking forward to playing Bhanny. Maybe we'll get the cross matchup.
Yeah, you could get a cross matchup, or you could just play a preseason match. I'm sure you could always do that, or you'll see each other in playoffs.
So darn, we can't get a pod with 3 of the Scarlet Violet season winners in it.
All right.
All right, so we get Tetris and Bhanny in the same pod. That'll be fun.
Oh, welcome back, Tetris.
Yes.
Here's
We get
He's the last season's
somebody who
winner.
has somehow potentially more degenerate plans than Tetris usually has. Mr. Doctor Professor Penguin into the pod with Seph. All right, next up. Oh, Electric's in the Hell pod. Womp womp. Okay, so that means we're moving Breadman
Redman. Yep.
goes into the other one. So I'm going to manually remove Breadman. And so we're going to spin and go back to the same pod. So
Back
this is
to
going to be
Heartflame
this is
and-
going to be pod
Yep.
1 that we were spinning
Yeah.
for with Bhanny, Tetris, and Electric. And it's going to be Magoopy. Good luck, have fun. Alright, for the Wellspring division. Next pick. Oh god. Oh, I thought it was going to be confused for a second. Scoobar's no pushover, but I thought it was going to be confused. Alright, so. Next up. Who's it going to be? Trickster. Welcome to the meat grinder. Trickster can hold his own, though. I think he'll make it interesting. Alright, and then we get... Is it going to be Jude? I think it's Jude. Hey, Jude. There you go. So that was to Wellspring, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure I
I'm
was
back.
on.
Sorry, I had to work
Hey,
off.
hey! I keep...
Hello.
Every time you keep showing up on the like pick list, you keep going first, because I picked you first into the first pod. I think the thing's broken.
The thing is definitely broken.
So we get Skelebungus into
Is it still the first pod?
Hearthflame?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's into the Hearthflame.
Hearthflame.
Yep.
Okay.
Next one's into.
Who do we have in the first pod so far? Me, Skelebungus, and who else?
Tetris,
Tetris Electric.
Trickster. Yeah, Tetris
Magoopy.
and Magoopy. Confused going into the
Alright.
Wellspring pod.
Wellspring is getting to be pretty
Yep.
heat.
And there's still a
Yeah.
couple killers left. Hey, we get both Aussies in the same pod. We managed to salvage something getting the Aussies in the same spot. So that'll be fun. Alright, Wellspring. Here we go. It's going to be Dodge Dixon. See, a lot of the players that we just don't recognize are interesting because they could end up being Stone Cold killers, or they could just be here to have fun. Either way, you never know what you're going to get. But we do know
Those
we're
are
going to
honestly
get
the scariest players to
we're
have.
going to get Gabe Mott into the Hearthflame pod, which
Gabe
means
Mott,
that the
Wellspring
last,
brother?
last pick for Wellspring is going to be Mike Black and White.
Woo! Wellspring is a pod.
Yep.
That's
Good times. Okay. So then we're going to copy that list. Alright, so this is going to be alternating for the Teal Mask and Cornerstone. Which one goes first? Is it Cornerstone or Teal Mask?
Cornerstone first.
Cornerstone first, then Teal Mask. Okay,
Yep.
so 16 more picks on the board. Let's see what we got. Here we go. Is it going to be me again? Is it going to be me? I don't think it's going to be me. It might be me. Oh, God, it's not going to be me. Okay. I was going to say, if it was me and
If it
Bhanny
was you,
first
that
every
would-
single time, I'm like, okay, somebody else needs to spin the wheel from here on out. But it's going to be Young Elmer's Glue going into the Cornerstone division. So, next up, first for the Teal Mask division. It's going to be Kid. Good times. All right. Next up for Cornerstone. And it's going to be Mr. Amazing. Okay. Very nice. Next up for Teal. It's going to be Drops. Hey, at least we can't have the Loyal 3 all in the same pod or division anymore. I just realized that, so that's cool, right? It's got to be a little bit of a little nice for them to get to separate.
In the other one. Yeah.
Wait, how many Loyal 3 do you have? Did you get confused, Seph?
Confused. Yeah, confused is in my pod. Yeah.
You still can't get away from all of them.
I can't get away from them.
All right, so we get Viet Jesus into Cornerstone, right?
Yes.
All right.
This is just setting me up for a first round
matchup. Are these pods in the server, or are they just posted between a message between you and Seph?
Seph is currently logging them in a notepad, and then he's going to post them all, and we'll start editing the docs and stuff and get all that set up. So that's going to be Jordan into Teal Mask, right?
Yep.
All right.
So Kid drops Jordan and Teal so far.
Kid drops Jordan. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's going to be Liliana added. All right. Good times. All right. Who's up next? Is it going to be... I think that might be KD.
KD.
All right. Good times. Oh,
I don't like this wheel.
KD into Kid's pod is the tale as old as time. Right?
Yeah, they're good.
I'm not a fan of this wheel.
Woohoo! I get to dodge KD. Normally KD's the one dodging me, so I'm gonna keep saying KD dodged me actually. So Also, whatever pod Kid ends up in is just hell pod. So
it's true. Let's keep it going.
Inevitably, it has to happen
while you're at it.
Yep. So let's see what we got. It's gonna be looks like Splatty. Yep, that's gonna be Splatty. Okay. 5 more picks. So this one's going to Teal Mask. Wheeze. The Wheeze is lease. Alright, 4 more picks. There's a Stacks lurking in there somewhere. But, yet again, it's not going to be him. It's Buzz Lightweight going to the Cornerstone. Alright, 3 more. It's going to be Lofus. Okay, so 50-50. It's 50-50 time for Stacks Rigatoni. Is it going to be Cornerstone or Teal Mask?
I'm begging.
Uh-oh. No! Oh, my God.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Oh. God.
Oh, dear God. Okay, so...
Oh, you're telling me I have to fight all these people with 10th pick?
Yeah, good luck, have fun. Okay.
These pods are going to be fun. All these pods look cool, actually. I'm not going to lie. There's some good matchups.
Do we have... So, Seph, do you mind posting those... Do you mind just, screenshotting or putting them into all announcements?
Yep.
So that way we can look at that and review that before we leave?
Sure thing. So here's Hearthflame.
Tetris, Behanny, Electric, Magoopy, Trickster, Skelebungus, Kikichu, and Gabe Mott. That's a perfectly reasonable pod.
Yeah.
Wellspring is Seph, Penguin, Breadman, Scoobar, Jude, Confused, Dodge Dixon, and Mike. That's a
rough pod.
A couple newer players, but yeah, that's a very aggressive pod. Cornerstone, Young Elmer's Glue, Mr. Amazing, Viet Jesus, Liliana, Me, Splatty, Buzz, and Perry. That's not quite Hell Pod,
And
but
then,
it's a fun one. It's a fun one. This is an absolute
and then,
nightmare. This is an
yeah,
absolute nightmare.
welcome to hell.
Yeah, this is welcome to the grindhouse. Cause holy shit.
This is just
there's
weeks
no
of,
free matchups in Teal Mask
Yeah, this is
whatsoever.
this might be the division. Like when I looked at the divisions last year, like when it was confused me and B Handy in the same thing, I'm like, okay, this is gonna suck. The problem is that there's like everybody in that pot is just like there's no real weak link. Like okay, Whis hasn't played in a little while. Kid likes to get a little crazy sometimes, but like what the hell? Like nobody gets any free weeks or like it's really gonna come down to like draft, like who just ends up being able to like matchup check people.
yeah,
Because people have their tendencies, and it's going to be coming off of like who can prey on those tendencies to like, if you just come in with like a generic balance team, you might just end up getting run over by some of the random bullshit that people will pull on you.
yeah.
If I had to pick a top 4 out of that, like KD and Stacks, I think are the obvious 2 that get out.
Yeah.
And then like Drops and Jordan, I would put favorably. Lofus and Kid, I would put at decent odds. Flare Blitz, I'd put at decent odds. Like Whis is probably the weakest link just because he hasn't played in a while. But Whis is no pushover. Neither is Flare Blitz, neither is Kids, neither is Lofus. Like that's an insane pod.
This one's going to be the one that comes down to the last week, and you've got like 4 guys at 3-3 fighting for like the last spot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's going to be a madhouse.
From what I remember from Whis, back when he played in the CPDL and Gen 8, I think, he always comes up with some crazy shit.
Yeah, he likes to. He favors
stuff you wouldn't expect.
He generally
that can be
in my assessment, he generally plays like pretty defensively. But with the I don't think I've seen him play Terrestrialization before. So I'll be interested to see how he adapts to that. It's been a couple seasons in here since he's played. So I'll be very interested to see how that comes out. But yeah, Teal Mask is going to be like there's holy moly, dude. Looking at Cornerstone, we've got a couple high fly. Like I said, Young Elmer, flew very very hot last season. Mr. Amazing's no pushover. Yeah, Jesus is going to be hungry. He's on. He's ready to get back at it. Liliana, with Tetris behind her, get some good prep in. She can smack some people around. I like hot dogging it. I'm lazy, but I don't know how lazy I can be this season. So it's gonna be interesting. And then we get Splatty. Splatty's coming back. Splatty's gonna have a fun time. Buzz Lightweight. I know nothing about him, so it's gonna be he's a wild card. And then Parenthetical. It's gonna be a good time as well. So this division is, I would, being a little egotistical, I would probably rank myself pretty high here. But like this is a division where anybody could get out. Anybody could advance to playoffs out of this one. For Wellspring, you have a lot of this is very close to Hellpod status too.
Yeah, if Teal hadn't happened, I'd say Wellspring.
Yeah, because like you look at like Seph, Jude, Confused, and then like in the middle tier you have like Mike and Breadman. Penguin didn't have a very good season last season, but new draft, new options, anything can happen. Scoobar had a pretty good season. Dodge Dixon, I have no clue what to expect from them. So any of the new players are just wild cards, especially when you consider who they get to work with. Anything's possible for Wellspring. So Wellspring is probably the closest to Hellpod. And it's going to be I think there's a very clear top 4, but anything could happen after that. So especially once they start taking games off of each other. Like I don't think there's going to be anybody that just goes like 7-0, just like raffle stomps everybody.
This is going to be the one, I think, where whatever your cross-division matchup ends up being could matter. Yeah. If we have to do that.
Yeah, if there ends up being a cross-division matchup, then yeah, whoever draws like B Hanny or Tetris or whoever is not going to have a particularly good time compared to somebody that gets like Electric.
Yeah.
I meant a little bit of offense with that Electric. Just a little. And then
Well, in the case that we have cross matchups, Electric won't be there. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
true. See that I can mean all the offense I want with that then. So and then with the Hearthflame division, you have Bhanny and Tetris to me are the two big standouts. Tetris coming back to try to smack some people around, and Bhanny the returning champ. Honestly,
I think Pikachu's going to be way up there too.
Pikachu is very very good. I think the thing with Pikachu is just that he tries. It's just that I think he gets kind of overwhelmed when he plays somebody that he thinks is better than him, and he just tries to like I don't know, like every time I had to play against him, he just went for like these like crazy gambits that like
Yeah.
could have worked, but like the games I won were not particularly close, and like they could have been. So I don't know. It'll be up to him.
The thing with Pikachu is, does he have Whimsicott or not?
Yeah, like
He's got Whimsicott. He's a completely different player.
he very much likes to play like very aggressive hyper offense, but he is in the middle of the pot, I think, for draft order, right?
He's actually 12th.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
so
I'm sure
probably
there'll
not
be
gonna
some
have
I'm sure
Whimsicott
there'll be
ever.
some prankster somewhere because
Yeah.
because you have Whimsicott, you have the bugs, you have
Murkrow,
Talonflame,
Talonflame.
you have Murkrow. If he wants to get a Prankster Tailwinder to start things off, he can still get a Prankster Tailwinder. Whimsicott might be a little iffy, but I think in this division there's a very clear top 2.5, and then after that, really anything can happen. Because I think Bhanny and Tetris are both going to be on their game. Pikachu, again, has the potential. After that, honestly, anything's open depending on what version of these players shows up. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, this one has the most new players in it, right?
Yes. With Tetris returning, and then Magoopy, Skelebungus, and Gabe are all new to the server, or new to the to playing at least.
Yeah, this one will be fun to watch.
Yeah. Does anybody else have any particular thoughts about the drafts?
I'm in Spain without the S.
Oh, you're in hell with double hockey sticks.
I'm happy with these netted out, considering I've never played any of these players before. So, from my own point of view, I'm happy with that because I get to play new players.
Yeah.
And then if we do have a cross division, I think both of these pods are gonna, it's gonna affect them a great deal.
Yeah, it'll be very very interesting. Oh yeah, Jude's
you get a tough matchup.
Jude's in Spain with the S. Again, Jude, friendliest Spaniard ever. Shout out PokemonShowdown.com, teaching me new slurs every week. Crickets.
I learn my new slurs every week from League of Legends.
I get the Italians. The Italians are fun too. Highlighter Italian is very very fun.
Got to be out of slurs to learn, Jordan, with as much League as you've played.
You'd think people would stop. You think people would stop inventing them.
That's the thing, is they have to get clever now because Riot has all these new auto chat filters. They have to come up with very clever new ways to tell people to kill themselves.
Bhanny, any other thoughts on the pods outside of yourself?
I got really nothing. I definitely think that Teal Mask is a nightmare, and I'm very thankful that I'm not a part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have anything. There's a lot of new players that I'm unfamiliar with, so it's hard to judge from my point of view, like my perspective.
Fair enough. Well,
I want to say that there are certain players that are coming from.
Oh, I think he just cut out.
Yeah.
I think what he was going to say is there's a couple CPDL players that are coming over that I think he does know about. My point about him was going to be I think his particular perspective would be pretty good for a post-draft power ranking, just because he doesn't have the previous knowledge of knowing specifically what everybody's doing. So he basically will just judge everybody based off of like the teams that they draft rather than inevitably just being like, all right, well, I'm ranking KD second overall because it's KD regardless of what he drafted, or
Right. Yeah.
So I think his
Yeah.
perspective would be one that I'm particularly interested in. Again, just because he only knows like 5 or 10 people here, and he hasn't played against hardly any of them. None of them in his pod, and then he only played against Confused. He played against Confused. He's played against Mr. Amazing before. Me. Jordan, I think. Didn't he play you, Jordan? Didn't he play you in playoffs?
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, I
Because it was me against Jordan round 1 and Bhanny against Stacks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he played
yeah,
Stacks too. Man, B Haney's playoff run was actually kind of nutty. Like what? Jordan, Stacks, me, Confused.
Used. Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ,
yeah.
man.
I
And
mean, that playoff, the top 8 that season was just cracked anyway, or the top 16.
yeah,
Like that was
it was
that was
super
a
super
tough
top
one.
loaded. All right. Anybody else have any thoughts or anything before we sign off for the day?
I look forward
No.
to the loyal 3-4 hour power rankings video after the draft.
Yes, very much so.
Well, yeah, we'll get to it.
Good times.
Um,
Speaking
so when are
of,
we starting the draft?
slow draft is going to start Sunday. Sunday, I'm going to say noon Eastern. That should be a reasonable time for most everybody to be awake. And then it's going to be 12-hour pick time. We'll get the draft doc out here in just a minute. So it's going to be 12-hour. We're going to stick with 12-hour pick time for now. Any AFKs cuts the next subsequent draft timer in half for that person. So if you are going to miss some amount of time, we have a channel where you can. I believe we have a channel. Yeah, we have a leave picks channel in both Scarlet and Violet. So for anybody that knows they're not going to be around at certain periods, please leave your picks with somebody. So that way we can try to keep this moving. The more time that we have, the more time, like the faster we get the draft done, the more time we have for Grace and power rankings and preseason matches and everything. So I would also recommend, and this has been mentioned in the video that Drops posted, and it's been mentioned in Stacks' ping, for this week, please, if you're in the draft, have your pings on. We'll do our best not to spam everybody all the time, because it can be fun sometimes, I get it. But when somebody needs to get a hold of you, we need to get a hold of you probably because you need to pick. And the last thing we need is like a couple of like auto picks, and all of a sudden we've lost an entire day because people just weren't paying attention. If we have ways to contact you IRL, we will try to contact you IRL once it starts to get a little bit more dire. Because the slow draft is to facilitate, because we have people on we have people on North America, EU, Australia,
Yep.
and Asia. We have 4 different continents that people are drafting from. So time zones are going to be whack. That's just how it is. That's why we have the 12-hour timer. So please try not to abuse it too badly. Again, leave picks with people. Be available, even if it's just, hey, I'm not going to be around at this time. Again, you can leave picks with people, or if it's just going to be a couple hours while you're like potentially overlapping while you sleep, so what? Like, it's fine. Just try not to be away the entire day, because that just kind of bogs it all down. So yeah, but I am very, very excited for this. I thank you all for joining me for the wheel spins. Everybody loves wheels, so I'm all for it. I love wheel spinning every season. Looking forward to do it again next time. So it's a fun little Christmas season for everybody. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, one last thing. We're going to be putting an AFK check in all the drafts.
Yes.
So you'll need to react to your name.
Yep.
So we know that you're around. If you haven't reacted by the time the draft starts, we'll probably have to try to find a replacement.
Yep.
So just be ready for that, and
yep.
I'll ping everyone.
Yep. So the big thing is, if you're in one of these drafts, please just have your pings on this week. Don't go do not disturb. After this week, I don't really care if you want to go do not disturb. You can go zero contact with everybody as much as you want, but out of respect for everybody else, we would like to go ahead and get the drafts done, ideally in a couple of days. Maybe by like Thursday at the latest, if some reason things bog down. But it shouldn't be that hard to make 12 picks. So we would very much appreciate your cooperation, specifically just for this week. And then after that, like I said, you can do whatever you want. You can talk as much or as little as you want. It's all good. So with that, we will be posting the draft doc very shortly, so people can look at tiers. We made a few changes from last season, mostly just based on results, trying to get things that haven't been drafted, or high performers potentially getting moved up if they were problematic, like Sneasler to A tier. Oops.
As long as you leave my goat Ampharos in D tier, we're chilling.
As far as I'm aware, it stayed. It was fine.
Yeah,
it was cool.
We never moved it up.
Yeah, it was fine. Tatsugiri's back to A. No freebies.
And then Blaziken up to B. I think that's the only promotion.
Blaziken was the big promotion. I think it's going to be probably a bad B tier, but it's better. I think it's better as like a medium to bad B tier as a broken than being a broken C tier. So, yeah. But I think overall, I appreciate the council helping me out with tiering decisions. Honestly, you guys did most of the work for that, so I really do appreciate you guys helping out with that. Shout out to Kigachu for the draft doc. It's really, really cool. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I hope you are too. Yeah. So, any final shout outs from everybody before we wrap up?
Here.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off then. So I appreciate everybody for tuning into draft, or to draft setup, wheel spins, this, that, and the other. Yeah, good times. Draft will be starting in approximately 47 hours. So now you have your draft order. Get ready. Good luck. Have fun. So I will see you all later.